This is the Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the bunker in Bob Cajun, Radio Free Canada. We are here for you to give you the latest, the updates, anything that we have heard. The tagline on the Jim and Terry Show on YouTube is, have you heard? So what have you heard, my friend? Start us off.
I've heard all kinds of crap.
All kinds of crap. Can you give us something that resembles something worth discussing?
Well, sometimes I get a little concerned because, like Angus, he gets really
Agnes
riled.
of God was a great book and movie.
Yeah, he
Agnes
gets really, really excited. And
yes, he does.
And he really does have the elbows up and the gloves off and ready to jump over the boards. So I don't know if we're rhetoricing it up too much, but I think it's better to have our politicians stand firm and say, no, sorry, this is not a subject matter that we're willing to even entertain. If that's how you're going to talk, never mind coming to the meeting.
We're not going to show up at the White House.
Yeah.
We're not going to be invited to have Trump and J.D. Vance do that ambush of Zelensky.
And it was an ambush.
And it was. So why would we want Carney, who's a gentleman and a scholar, why would we want him to be set up for an ambush in the White House?
I don't think we do, and I don't think he's ready to go down there and do it. I think the United States has stated what they believe. I think they've done that, and so that presidency has made it clear he wants to take over Canada. And Carney, whatever you want to think about the man, left private business at probably the worst time you could be a prime minister to be the prime minister. You know who else is left private to run for government as well? That guy. I can't remember his name. Oh, he's
three syllables sounds like.
He's a radio host, but what's his name? Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind.
That's okay. When you come back to it, when it jumps into your mind, you can say it. We're going to spend a little bit of time talking in this podcast. I don't know were we going to stay on our topic or not. I don't know. But we're going to talk about, say, Project 2025 as a loose umbrella and talk about Christians who embrace or at least defend or accept, shrug the shoulders and say, not the best, but it's okay, to Trump.
Yeah, I don't know how, Terry. Me being a fearful Christian, that's why I take it very, very seriously. Not that I'm looking down on anybody about it, but I do take God serious. I take Christ very serious. And when I see people who are backing somebody that seems to have all the attributes of the Antichrist, I don't get it. I really don't get it. He is a felon. He has been impeached twice. This wasn't weaponizing anything. When he was found guilty for those charges,
34 counts of fraud.
34 by his peers.
Yes,
just people.
Not a judge ruling.
Not a judge
ruling. Not a Democratic judge.
That's right.
It was a court of peers.
That's right. We know the tape we heard in the bus. That's the type of personality this guy is. He likes to brag about such things. We know now he just won his third golf tournament.
All by himself.
He's 78 years friggin' old. Give me a break. Who are you playing?
Yes.
And then if you're playing who I think you're playing in order to win, you shouldn't be bragging about it.
So your first point in talking about why some people who claim to be believers embrace Trump, and I'm going to say claim to be believers, because I will say by your fruit you will be known.
Yeah.
And if you throw your sweater, your cloak, your shoes into the camp of Trump, there is something definitely off.
There's something
about
amiss
your
there
claim
for sure.
to belief.
It's why I believe it's since it's a religious sort of subject, I believe it really could be a divine punishment from God, because I've never seen such blindness. I mean, you remember when he first ran, I said, give him a break, give him a chance. Yes. How long did that last me? Like 2 months? And I went, I don't like this guy, because he was caught in lies already. He was insulting people like a little kid in a schoolyard. And so I saw it, and part of it is, okay, the lying. You cannot even keep track of the amount of lies that comes out of this guy's mouth.
30,000 in the first 4 years.
Last time I heard him about Canada ripping them off, it was now up to $350 billion.
That he was using in his interview.
It went from 50 to 350 billion. He also said just the other day that Canada was always meant to be the 51st state. Not true. So, and then all of the other, I feel like Bernie Sanders there. Not true. Not true,
That's a good Bernie Sanders
That's a
voice.
lie. Yeah. That's a lie. So he's a liar.
He's a convicted, adjudicated rapist.
Yeah.
Not convicted, adjudicated.
Yeah. And he has broken every law you can possibly think of. We know the stories of the bankruptcies and what that did to the people that put their trust in him.
We know Trump University.
We know Trump using. He can't even carry out a charity because they took the charity from him because they were just buying portraits of himself and putting it in mansions along with his daughter and
Let's
others.
revisit just for a second. There's Trump University. Do you know the Attorney General who got him off on that one?
No.
Pam Bondi. Do you know her role in the Trump administration now?
She's
Department of Justice.
Yeah,
She's the Attorney General of the United States who buried the Trump University scandal in Florida.
Yeah, I think I'd almost like it better if they just dropped all the religious part of all of it and just said, we're taking over. It's as simple as that, because nobody's lifting a hand to stop him anyways.
Okay.
What difference does it make?
Well,
just go for it.
We've got the corruption as part of, so when we look to our Christian friends who say, so what? We have a problem because the denial is not the river in Egypt. Denial is a blindness, and I'm going to call it out as spiritual blindness, and it's in my family, it's in my circle of friends, where people who claim faith, and I have this religious framing of argument that I can use with you because you understand it, and that's that when you say you're a child of God, you claim that the Holy Spirit is indwelling to convict you and to guide you and to sort it out. And the first gift is the gift of discernment. And I'm thinking, okay, if that's your entry-level spiritual gift and you're saying I'm okay with Trump, there's something wrong with your first claim of being a child of God.
I haven't got an argument. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say anybody isn't a Christian.
No, because I'm saying it to you because you have understanding.
Yeah.
You're inside the camp.
But I have not, number one, I'm not a good apologist. But number two, I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could, with all of what you see, of all of what they did, the cruelty, USAID, the cruelty in that, the cruelty of hacking jobs when people, not only are they losing their jobs, but they're losing all their credibility because in order to make it swift and easy, they're put down as insufficient or not good at their job.
Yep. Poor performance.
Poor performance. And what that does is that poor performance, now they can't get a job anywhere because it's poor performance.
Okay. So let's keep it on the focus of the religious folk, the Christians who support Trump. And that goes both for the powers that be, the whites, the mega smile guy with the 3 jets, who all strike and strike and strike, and laughing and blowing out the election loss of 2020. These people, there's something wrong with Christians in America, maybe not in America because there are the same believers here in Canada who accept Trump. And we've identified lying, corruption, fraud, deceit. All of these things are the anathema of Christians. It's in the Bible. How can you be comfortable and okay with Trump?
I don't know how you can be mega rich, have 3 jets, and be comfortable.
Well, there's so many prosperity preaching.
You can't serve God and money.
Yeah, we've covered prosperity preachers. I'm thinking Project 2025, how Trump said, I don't know anything about it. What it is.
Oh, that was a lie, though. You know that.
I've read Project 2025, 900 pages of the thing.
Yeah.
And I have not read everything. I've skipped through a lot of it, but the chapter headings and the first paragraphs and getting into the content, it is a scary book of white Christian nationalism. It's not just about Christianity, but it's make America white again. And I'll end off with this discussion of the Department of Defense expunging records of black Americans. And the latest one was the statue of the Iwo Jima, where they're raising the American flag on the beaches of Iwo Jima. One of them was a Native American. He's not white. They took it down off the website.
I know.
And the 4-star generals who are black, expunged them.
Yeah.
So
it's
rewriting history.
There's an evil rising up from the south, and it's a dragon. I'm sorry, it's evil. Yeah. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to my Christian brothers and sisters other than
search your heart.
Seek
your
the
heart,
Spirit
Carney's.
of God to give you discernment. This guy's going to kill you all.
Search your hearts, because there's something wrong in America, in Canada, in Christian, radio-free Canada. Nice imitation of a Morse code. Was that a distress call? From Bob Cajun. Bye-bye.